Alright, so I know it's been a while since I uploaded the last video. Don't really have a lot to say for it. But I'm back for a little bit, and I'm gonna try and start uploading again. So yeah, this is the first video. Today I wanted to talk about a topic that I've been thinking about for a little bit now. But first I want to talk to you guys about why I started this channel in the first place. So this is a little snippet of Village Spear lore. My first video is called Afterlife Theories, and that video fucking sucks. That video is ass. So, you're not allowed to watch it, not at all. But I made that video because at some point during spring break 2025, I got really scared of the fact that I was gonna die one day, and I don't think like that anymore. I don't really care anymore. I don't even think about that, so I don't really worry about death and dying no more. But at some point, I was enamored with the fact that, I was gonna die one day, and at the same time, I was also watching a lot of Vsauce too.
Vsauce, Michael
So
here.
I made that first video, Afterlife Theory, just so I could kind of get it off my mind and get it off my chest. And that was my first video. But lately, I've been it's been a little bit of an anniversary since that video. I think it was a year ago, sometime in May. It's gonna be June when I upload this. I don't know when in June, but it will be June. And I rewatched it. It was horrible, but it was my first video, whether I like it or not, and I have to accept that. But they got me thinking about, I death and dying again, but not in the same light I once was. And I started thinking about me and what I'm gonna leave behind when I'm dead. What's gonna be left of me? What can people look back on? And one thing that popped up in my head was this channel. Now, I don't show my face in these videos, but at least, my voice will still be here as a kind of an archive of my life. If I do die eventually. Well, if I do die, it's when I die. And then I got me thinking about other dead YouTubers that I like. And that's what today's video is going to be about. Now, before I start this video, I want to make something clear. This video isn't meant to exploit anyone's death or to clip farm their death or turn it into a spooky internet story. The creators I'm going to talk about were loved by millions, including me, and they meant a lot to me and the people who watched them. What interests me is not how they died. It's a strange feeling of seeing their videos continue to live on long after they're gone, their channels, their voices, and all their impact is still here on the platform. And this video is about remembering the impact they had and talk about one of the weirdest things the internet has created, which is the ability for someone's personality to remain online long after they left the world. All right, now I want to start this video for real this time about something I call the digital ghost effect. Before the internet, when somebody died, most of what they left behind were photos, home videos, and maybe a few recordings. But YouTubers leave behind something completely different. Thousands of hours of themselves. Some people have thousands of videos just sitting there waiting to be clicked on. And it's just footage of their laugh, their voice, their opinions, their personality. And you can watch them whenever you want. And that's what makes it so weird, because your brain knows they're gone, but your eyes and ears are telling you they're right there, talking directly to you. Technoblade is probably one of the biggest examples. For those who don't know, he was a really big Minecraft YouTuber. And he was insane at Minecraft. He's probably the best player ever, in my opinion. He built a massive audience through Minecraft competitions, challenges, and storytelling. But sadly, in 2022, after battling cancer, he passed away. So his father uploaded a final video called So Long Nerds, and millions watched it. And even today, people still go back and watch his old videos. What's strange is that Technoblade's content barely feels old. You can click on a video from years ago and hear him making jokes like nothing happens. For new viewers who somehow don't know his story, they might watch for hours before realizing the creator they're listening to has been gone for years. Etika was another creator whose impact is hard to explain unless you were around for it. Now, Etika personally is one of my biggest inspirations to be a content creator. In case you can't tell by this channel, I am fucking crazy for all things Nintendo. I kind of try to base my content off of Etika. I'm not as funny as him, and I'll never be as talented as him, but he is a big idol of mine. He wasn't famous because he had the best editing. He was famous because he felt real. His reactions were crazy, and his excitement was contagious. When a Nintendo announcement happened, people didn't just want to see the announcement. They wanted to see Etika react to it. After his death in 2019, fans kept returning to old streams and videos. And that's where the strange feeling comes in. You watch him screaming with the same excitement over a game trailer or an anime trailer. He's laughing, he's smiling, and he's having a great time. And you know exactly how the story ends. And it creates this weird emotional disconnect where the video itself is happy, but watching it feels sad. Total Biscuit was one of YouTube's most respected gaming critics. Before gaming reviews became the common standard on YouTube, he helped set the standard. He was known for his detailed reviews and brutally honest opinions. After his death in 2018, people kept revisiting his videos. What's fascinating is that many of the games he reviewed are forgotten, but people still watch the videos, not because they care about the game, but because they miss a person, and the content becomes secondary, and the creator becomes the reason the people return. Another thing while doing research for these videos is I was rewatching a lot of the content. And, you know, of course, you're watching content, you gotta read a couple of comments too. At first, the comments are normal, but more and more recent. After the creator dies, the comments just transform and every video becomes like a memorial. And that's not a bad thing. People leave messages like years later, like, I miss you, or thank you for helping me through school. Who's watching in 2026? It still hurts. It's like a digital graveyard, kind of, except instead of visiting a headstone, you revisit a video. And that feels even more personal. The weirdest part isn't that they're gone, it's that they never completely leave. A TV show ends, a movie ends, but YouTube creators feel different because they talk directly to you and their content is more like personalized. They tell stories, share their lives, speak casually. Over time, your brain starts treating them like people you know, not friends, but familiar faces. So when they're gone, it doesn't feel like losing a character. It feels like losing somebody from a place you visited for years. Think about this. 100 years ago, if somebody died, future generations might only have a photograph. The weirdest part I find is that there are so many people that lived and died on this earth that were complete strangers, that we have no idea who they are. And we only have small snippets of their lives. Like even historical figures, you only have like paintings and like biographies of their life. But in my opinion, that doesn't mean a whole lot because you're meeting the character and not the person. Oh. And that's what makes YouTube so interesting, is that you really get to see the person that they were, all their passion, and all the love they had for their content. A kid born in 2045 could discover Technoblade, and they could binge his entire channel and listen to thousands of hours of commentary, learn his jokes, learn his personality. You could be like me and try and copy his humor, and then discover he died decades before they were born. That's something no generation has really experienced before. The dead can continue creating new fans long after they're gone. Dead YouTubers are a reminder of how strange the internet really is. A channel could stop uploading forever, but it never truly disappears. The videos stay, the memories stay, and the comments stay as well. And somewhere out there, somebody is discovering that creator for the very first time. They're laughing at a joke, subscribing to the channel, and just watching all the videos, completely unaware that the person on their screen has been gone for years. And maybe that's the strangest thing of all. Not that they're dead, but in a way, they're still here. All right, and that's all for the video. I'm going to try and start doing outros from now on. I don't really know what to put for them, though, but doesn't matter. Hope you guys like this video. I try to be very careful with what I said in this video. Like I said in the beginning, I didn't want to come off as insensitive. I just kind of had this idea, and I wanted to roll with it. But I hope you guys liked it. And yeah, have a great fucking day.